Coming up on this very special episode of Cozy and Strange. Call in the pipers, call in the drummers, call in the fiddlers 3. Oh shit, I just killed the fucking thing. Fucking shit. Oh, it's still going.
Tell me a story, darling, of haunted mansions, aliens, demons, and Sasquatch. Cozy and
Welcome to Cozy and Strange. I'm your host, Aaron.
And I'm Jessica.
And this is our milestone episode,
Yes.
episode 10.
10.
Yay! Hooray!
Yes.
I got 3 stories planned for you today. And based on the last episode, episode 9, with the Kentucky meat shower and the poltergeist story, Amherst mystery, I am doing a specific type of story, which I think is people like. They're short, punchy, entertaining, weird as hell.
Punchy.
So, our first story is about the world's longest dance party.
Is that Cozy and Strange? Is it strange?
Yes.
Okay.
It's called The Dancing Plague of 1518.
Oh.
This wasn't a fun dance party.
No, dance
So,
party.
What?
To the death because it was the plague?
Well, we'll get there.
Okay.
So, this is in Strasbourg, July 1518. And I was like, is Strasbourg Germany or France? I looked it up. It's, at the time, it was in the Holy Roman Empire, and it didn't really belong to anybody. So it was after the fall of Rome.
Okay.
This is before France was France.
Okay.
I don't know if I don't think
What?
Germany was a thing.
We're doing a story in the 1500s? Like how? Like...
It's a weird one. It has fun stuff in it.
That's cool, but
and it's
also
documented.
Okay, how is it documented?
By a couple of, I guess they were like cultural historians that would write about weird stories that they've heard, and it came from 2 different sources. So anyway, it was July, and this incident lasted about 2 months.
Wow, a dance party for 2 months? Wait, no. What was this again? A dance
Plague,
line.
a plague,
And a line.
a giant conga line that never ended. They're all drinking pina coladas, which is just mud water back in medieval times because they didn't have the cocoa nut.
That's true.
If only they invented the cocoa nut, they would all have been saved. So anyway, this woman walks out of her house.
Okay.
And starts doing a little shake.
Oh, like a
doing
little shimmy
in the
like,
in the street. She was just shaking around. However, she was not dancing in celebration.
Uh-oh.
There was no band. Nobody else was dancing. She apparently could not stop.
Oh,
So
well, that's weird.
she danced for hours, and then she would collapse from exhaustion, and then have a bit of a lie down.
Yeah.
And then she would feel better and get back up and continue. So, I guess I
Were
don't know.
people just like crowding around her? You think like and like watching? Like, what's up with this
Shake
lady?
it, Myrtle, shake it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe people just walk by. Like, if you just saw some random woman dancing in the street. I mean, today you'd just be like, whatever.
That's true. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of something else, which would be a tangent.
Yeah.
Should I do that?
Yes.
Okay, so I had to go to the pharmacy the other day.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting.
You saw a dancing woman at the pharmacy?
No, a woman who was singing.
Oh, that's cool.
No, like it's weird.
Like singing what? Gibberish?
Her internal dialogue. I don't know. I don't even know if it was like a real song. She was very loud talking to other people, like, "Oh, hi, how's it going?" You know, and then she'd like start like narrating what she was doing, but in song.
Weird.
Like a Disney movie, but not. Yeah.
Huh.
No, it was very bizarre, and I'm like,
was she
trying not.
It's raining Percocet, hallelujah! It's raining Percocet.
It was a whole thing, and I'm like, okay, don't look at her, because then she's gonna want to talk to me. Like, don't make eye contact. You know, I was
Maybe
looking
she was
down.
waiting for her. What's that sleep aid? That apparently makes people
Ambien?
crazy. She was waiting for her Ambien because I've heard pharmacists say that the only time a patient has ever reached across the counter and grabbed them was for Ambien. You'd think it was like Vicodin or something. It was Ambien. Okay.
Anyway, that's what it reminds me of.
Yes. So this woman, she's dancing. We know her name. Her name was Frau Trophia.
Oh.
And she was the very first woman to start this dancing. And the movement was a compulsive, repetitive movement. And she keeps going for days. She would periodically collapse from exhaustion, but
Would
then
she
resume.
eat and drink?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
That's
and so,
weird. So, and like, I wonder what the repetitive movement is. Like, is it like...
She was doing like the Running Man, and then she'd do like, she'd kind of pivot and do stanky leg.
What is that?
And she'd go down and she'd whip it, and then she'd nay. She had a repertoire. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I mean, like medieval Latin, like she gyrates the hippus and she move her lusty
like, what
loins.
Is that?
I don't know. Her dirty pillows. So anyway, she starts going for like a day, and then all of a sudden it sweeps through the town, and like 30 people start doing it.
Oh.
And so, and they couldn't figure out like what was going on, and like, and it was just like the people, their feet would get like swollen and bloody, and they wanted to stop.
So much?
Yeah, they wanted to stop. It like they could not stop.
I also wonder, like, what are they saying? Like, I can't stop.
We're saying ooh ee ooh ting ting walla walla bing. I can't stop.
Yeah.
Ooh ee. Ooh, no, I don't know what they were saying that like didn't want to dance, and people were freaking out, and
and was it really dancing? So I mean, I guess it's not a seizure.
Described
right?
as dancing. Described as dancing.
That's like
okay, so
weird.
Accounts eventually say that it is high. The population, as much as 400 people, were doing this crazy contagious dancing, right?
Yeah.
And this is by there's chronicles. There's well-documented chronicles. There's church sermons that talk about this. There's physicians' accounts, and then there's city records that all point to this. So there's real evidence that this happened. And apparently, the people they wanted to stop, they would collapse. They would like scream and cry out, like I guess help me. And they had to be like physically supported. Like I don't know, like legs give out, and then you're just like laying on the ground, like
still trying to,
still moving, shaking it.
Yeah.
And then some accounts say that people were dying from exhaustion. They would have strokes and heart attacks.
Okay,
and stuff.
yeah, because I'm thinking they're not eating or drinking. They're probably not sleeping unless they collapse and pass out.
Yeah, and so. There's a claim that at least 15 people were dying a day.
Wow.
A day, because I mean it's just like nonstop.
Was that a big deal back then?
It's a big deal. Oh, they had ill humors. They drank some water, whatever.
Gosh, so what'd you die from?
Dancing my ass off.
Yeah.
Okay, so they call in the doctors.
Okay.
And
I would hope they did that like soon.
Strasbourg's authorities call the physicians, and the doctors decide that this is not a supernatural thing, that there's a medical reason. And their diagnosis: overheated blood.
Oh, so
their blood is too hot.
Oh, that's
too
right.
hot. It was hot in there. They had to take all their clothes.
So they're dancing naked? Yeah.
So, I don't know about that.
What is that?
I was it's getting hot in
here,
here, so I'll take off all fine clothes.
Yeah.
And, I can imagine like those weird little gourd trumpets, like, okay. So anyway, so the physicians are like, well, how should we cure thine heated blood? What do you think they do? What do they prescribe?
Well, honestly, I was thinking somebody should get some liquor in these people so that they calm down,
yeah.
You know?
That's a good idea, actually.
Like have them drink.
Very good, Dr. Jessica. So like, I was thinking like, should you give them water? Should you give them shade?
Did they have ice?
Bloodletting? That was a popular thing. Call ye dentist and let some blood from these dancing fools.
Yeah.
No, the physician's diagnosis, written on a little script, was they need to dance it out.
Oh, do some more. They need to do some more, huh?
They need to get the heat out of thine system and dance some more. So the government's like, yes. So what does the government do?
Do they provide a band?
They built dance floors.
Oh.
And
they
hired musicians. This is no joke. This is documented. They got some... Call in the pipers, call in the drummers, call in the fiddlers 3. Oh, shit. I just killed the fucking thing. Shit. Oh, it's still going.
But what happened?
I had a keyboard. Should I thought I killed the recording.
Well, you
no.
were singing.
Yes, I said, call in the pipers, call in the drummers, call in the fiddlers 3. And we were going to dance this mother out. So the doctors are like, yeah, we got to.
So he's looking at me like I should be laughing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they also called in some strongmen to help hold people up so they could get their dance on.
Get the wiggles out.
What do you think that was a result of that?
Heat exhaustion.
It made it worse.
And
it
collapse.
made everything worse. It spread the dance fever. Yeah, it spread the dance fever even more.
Wow. All the strongmen probably got it.
And then the city was like, oh crap. So the authorities immediately reversed course, and then they took down take down all these dance floors. They turned into, what's that, Footloose?
It's illegal to dance.
You're full of the devil.
Yeah.
Quit shaking thine hips, woman.
Yeah.
Public dancing became restricted. Music was restricted, especially drum and bass. You don't want any drum and bass going on. It's like, who knew that twerking was invented in medieval times? Yeah. So like the officials were like, no more dancing allowed, right?
Okay.
And they thought maybe this isn't medical. Maybe God is pissed at us.
I'm thinking it's still medical. It sounds like a neurological issue or something.
Yes, and
anyway,
during this time, there were lots of.
But God is like wanting them to dance.
Yeah, there was early Christian days. So we have Saint Vitus dance. The Saint Vitus dance was Saint Vitus was he was a martyred Christian. The Roman. He's from Sicily. He was a young man. He was tortured and killed by the Roman emperor.
Why?
Or the government under the Roman emperor. I don't think he specifically killed him, but and because it was one of those things where he was like, say you're not Christian. He was like, no. And so like, okay, we're going to torture and kill you. And he was like, no, I refuse to renounce it. And then he became a saint. And then
for dance?
No. So so how he gets known as the Saint Vitus dance, because I knew that term too. And I was like, is that vaguely that where it came from?
Yeah.
They weren't calling this the Saint Vitus dance, but somehow Saint Vitus became associated with like fits and convulsions. And so
I see.
They would say that Saint Vitus, I guess he was the Lord of Shaking It, I don't know, or the Saint of Shaking It, and they would say that if Saint Vitus was displeased with you, that he could cause you to have tremors and shake and do dance-like things, and so that's where Saint Vitus dance. And he was also the one that could end your suffering and cure you. So
pray to that guy.
Back to the cities, like no more dancing. Dancing's illegal. And then they started to consider like paranormal explanations. And Saint Vitus obviously was brought up.
I mean, I guess he's your number one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they're like, this looks like Saint Vitus's dance. And so, which I'm thinking in modern times, maybe like they would see like epilepsy or like if somebody had cerebral palsy or something, that they would be like, Saint Vitus has struck thee with his vengeance. I don't know. So they decide, instead of going the practical, they're like, get these physicians out of here. They don't know anything. They're like,
that's true.
Bring in the monks and the woo-woo folk.
Okay.
And so they decided that it was a Saint Vitus thing. Okay. And to solve the situation, they took them to a nearby town called Saverne, which had a shrine to Saint Vitus. Whereupon they like carried these people that were like convulsing and dancing, and they put red shoes on their feet. Which have you ever heard the story of the red shoes?
No, but it makes me think of like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, there's this awesome movie from the 50s where it had like every creative person that was into dancing and ballet and stuff made this beautiful. I gotta show this movie to you. It's so cool. The Red Shoes, and it's a folktale about a ballerina that puts on these red shoes and she can't stop dancing.
Oh no! Yeah. Oh, do you think it's based on this thing?
I do. I didn't find that in my research, but I know that movie. Yeah, I love that movie. It's so beautiful. And so they put the people afflicted with this malady. They put red shoes on their feet, and then they gave them crosses. They sprinkled and anointed them with holy oil, holy water, and then they walked them around this shrine like in a little hokey pokey circle.
Yeah, like
put thine right hand in, shake it all about, and it worked. It worked.
Wow.
It cured them.
Wow.
And so that is how this ended. They put
I mean, is that a miracle?
I guess. I don't. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And
I think that's a miracle
and
because
also,
it worked.
It worked.
It cured them.
And also, like 100 years later, another outbreak of something similar happened again. I don't have that much information, but I'm just focusing on this one. But it happened twice.
Huh. So in the 1600s.
So there's a couple of theories on what this was.
Okay.
What do you think right off the top of your head?
I mean, I think it's a neurological issue, but I don't know why it would be cured by.
It has social aspects.
Some kind of yeah, that's true, but some kind of virus or something that hit, like, I don't know, something that makes you like move.
But we don't have anything
thinking,
like that I can think
like
of
in the brain.
modern times.
Well, maybe it's a virus that we don't have 500 years later, 600 years later.
You want to hear the one theory?
Okay.
Was ergot poisoning. And so ergot is rye can be contaminated with ergot fungus. I think they also use this as like the Salem witch trials. They talk about ergot
Wouldn't
poisoning.
that have happened in multiple times in history?
I don't know. Maybe it has to be especially potent because it's like you have like LSD type hallucinations, and it's like a chemical thing.
People would like freak out and have bad trips or good ones. I don't know, but you wouldn't dance.
I don't know if you're tripping balls and like maybe so ergot poisoning
spread.
It can cause convulsions, hallucinations, delirium, vascular problems. So one theory is that they ate some psychedelic bread, some Alice B. Toklas LSD bread, and tripped balls and started dancing uncontrollably. Because like I guess when you're in that state, you could have a little like psychosis where you especially like
would
these
it be
people
like collective so everybody's eating it and they see one person dancing and they're like,
and it
I'm
could
going
be
to
like
as well.
like a mirror reflex or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of a weird one. Yeah, it was kind of like a medieval rave or something.
I'm just thinking it's some kind of an illness if it like spread.
Yeah, and so this is where this historian John Waller, he argues that victims would have been too physically impaired to dance for days if they had ergot poisoning because like it couldn't have gone on for days and days and days. Yeah. And this went on for a couple months.
Also, I wonder, like the initial lady, Frau something or other, like if she didn't die, like how long did it last before eventually it wore off? I know the whole deal lasted for a couple months, right? Yeah. But like not of the same participants, right? I think it would have spread. Well, they would like
pass out and I guess fall asleep exhausted and then wake up.
Do it again for months?
Oh, I guess. I don't know. It's like... the other explanation is that it was some kind of religious cult ritual. And so people were seeing, like the city and the physicians, they were seeing people like in an ecstatic religious state. Yeah,
that reminds me of... I'm probably going to butcher this. I don't know. But I've seen documentaries and thing where it's like this collective, not group thing, it's like this hysteria that happens in a church setting.
It's like a giant aerobics class where everyone becomes one.
Where people like will talk in tongues and like do all this stuff. Yeah. And they have no mental health history. Yeah. But it's like this
social electricity that just
something,
the Holy Spirit.
And that they'll and it's in the middle of them like praying and dancing and all these kinds of things. Yeah.
So some historians say that like they could have been witnessing a like a religious movement and mistook it for sickness or madness or something like that. Huh. Okay, so that's one. Yeah. And then the other one is mass psychogenic illness.
Okay.
And so this is these people at this time were under extreme stress. They had shared beliefs. And they were like, there was famine going on, there was political strife, they were under like a lot of stress.
Again, when has that not happened in history?
That's true. Well, I mean, think about it. If everyone's starving or something, you're like gorked out of your brain, running on like 5 calories a day or something like that, and then everyone had this cultural script, I guess you could say, that about St. Vitus dance. Mm-hmm. And then you're walking on the street and you see it and you're gorked out of your brain because you're so hungry and you're so stressed out and like, you know what I mean? So like everyone's like in pure survival mode. And then you think, oh my God, it's something paranormal is happening. A saint has possessed this person. Mm-hmm. What if they get me? Yeah. And then all of a sudden you start panicking, you have a panic attack, and then you're doing it. Yeah. And then the guy next to you is doing it. And so like, this is a really interesting one to me, this mass psychogenic illness, because I don't think in any modern times, we can point to anything that has occurred like this. Like,
well, it happens in smaller. Actually,
you know of one?
Well, not real. It reminds me of a House episode, actually.
Yeah. Oh, House.
Yeah. But okay, let me say what. So they're on a plane and somebody has some kind of illness.
Were there snakes?
And then no snakes. Oh yeah, it should have been. And that's entertaining. No, and so somebody has an illness and then it starts to spread, and but they found out that it was like this mass hysteria where,
what were they doing?
Somaticizing. No, I mean, it was this, I don't know, they would have like things that showed up on their, their bodies.
Oh, I see.
They didn't actually have the illness, but showed.
Psychosomatic or something?
Yeah, exactly. Psychosomatic. And I've worked with people who have, had false pregnancies but looked full on ready for term.
No way.
Yeah.
Their body looked like they were pregnant and everything.
Yeah.
And there was no physical thing going on.
Nope.
Because I know there's this thing called hadatiform mole, where somebody their body gets like full with this fake. It's not fake, but it's not a baby obviously. But then they look pregnant.
Yeah,
but there's actually physically something in there.
Yeah, I mean it happens to men or partners as well. Well, their significant other is pregnant and going through that. They'll then get the symptoms as well.
That explains why I got so fat when you were pregnant.
Like you liked all the Costco muffins.
Yes.
Nom, 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 nom.
Yes, our son is made out of Costco muffins.
It's true,
apparently.
and grapefruits
and vegetables.
But anyway, it reminds me of that kind of stuff. I don't know about this. I mean, yeah, that could be, but it also that time in history, if all of those things came together to make this happen, it's happened in other points of human history as well. So I don't know. What was the first one was, so there's a religious thing, there's a poisoning thing, and then there's this one.
Huh.
Right? That's what you're talking about? These are the theories?
That we don't have any modern examples to point to.
I think we do, but not something that would take out a whole town I was
fudging a little because our next story is a modern example.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you ready for the next one?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Leading right into our second story.
Is it the House episode?
No. It's a laughing plague.
Oh gosh.
A plague of people laughing uncontrollably. And it happened in
laughing yoga.
Modern day Tanzania, which is in East Africa near Lake Victoria, and it's not far from the modern Uganda border. And I'm going to probably not say these words correctly, but it happened in this town called Kashasha in Tanganyika, which is modern day Tanzania. And this happened in January 1962.
Oh, okay.
So not that long ago.
No, yeah.
So what happened?
That's cool.
There was a girls' boarding school.
Okay.
And in this lasted for 18 months.
Oh my gosh.
So these three students start laughing. And they're not laughing at a joke. They're not screwing around in class. And again, they cannot stop laughing.
Wow.
And they're just like hysterically.
Oh, that could kill you because you can't breathe. Like a whooping cough.
Yeah. And they probably peed themselves. And then you came full of piss and vinegar and you're all out of vinegar. Well, no, you'd be all out of pee. So you're full of vinegar. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and this made me think of if you're at a boarding school and these three girls start causing a ruckus.
Yeah.
It made me think of Miss Garrett from Facts of Life. You don't know the reference,
no.
But she sounds like this. Girls, stop laughing. Okay. You don't remember reference. Blair and Joe and Tootie?
I never watched.
And Natalie.
I never watched Facts of Life.
I had a crush on Blair and Joe because Joe is she was real rough. She was a tough girl. So hot. Anyway, so back to
now I have to check this out.
And Mrs. Garrett. And they had it was a weird show. It was a girls' boarding school. That's why I said that. And then they had to develop it. It became a candy shop for a while, and I think Joey Lawrence or one of those 80s child stars was. Anyway, I just want to do my Mrs. Garrett. Okay, and I didn't think you'd get that reference either.
Totally.
That's for all three people that know who Mrs. Garrett is. You're welcome. Okay, so back to the story. We're in Kashasha, and these three girls start laughing uncontrollably.
Yeah, I would think they would get in trouble, right?
The teacher's like, girls, I'm gonna have to separate you. And she made one sit in the corner and one sit across the room, and she was like, stop laughing at each other.
Back then they did paddling and
smack them with a stick.
Yeah, exactly.
They smacked them around. They kept laughing. They just laughed even harder.
Right?
And,
I don't think I'm wrong.
in the 60s. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of school it was. And so anyway, so these three girls start laughing. And then the school had 159 students. And within a couple of days, 95 of the students are also laughing hysterically.
Wow. Any of the adults?
No, it doesn't say adults. It says all children.
Just children.
And the attacks involved uncontrollable laughing, but also crying, agitation, restlessness, and the girls reported that they felt like they were being persecuted or chased.
Oh.
So like probably terrifying, right?
Yeah.
And episodes could last for hours. And then in a rare case, symptoms reportedly continued off and on for as long as 16 days.
Wow.
God, can you imagine?
No.
So
That's terrible.
yeah, this was in January. And then by March 16th, the school is like, we cannot control this. And so they closed the school.
Okay.
And they sent all the students home.
Good luck. Take them back.
The laughter leaves the school. However, as soon as they get to their villages, it starts spreading in the village. The village kids start getting this thing.
That's so weird that just kids.
Yeah.
Well,
and
the
then
whole thing is weird.
This thing.
Well, in the sense of what, being chased or doom or
Yeah, persecuted and like being chased. That must feel horrible.
Yeah.
So, and then the laughing, it's just weird.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, what if it's some kind of gas poisoning? Okay, let me get to the investigation. So,
okay. But gas poisoning with just kids?
So they shut down the school on March, and then the kids go home, and they're in their villages. It starts spreading in the villages, and it's not getting spread like some kind of like flu or anything like that. It seems to be social. Like for people to get infected by this thing, they have to have seen it and witnessed it. And then all of a sudden they start. So like if your kid was like...
So it wasn't like germs left airborne or whatever and you walk through it. It wasn't that. It was you actually have to witness.
Yeah. And that totally destroys my idea. I thought it was like, what if it was carbon monoxide poisoning? Because that doesn't make any sense because they would change locations. So, okay. So then after on May 12th, they decide to reopen the school, hoping that the problem is over, and for like a day it's fine, but then the next day 57 students are affected again. They're all laughing hysterically and screaming. And
there's something at the school then.
I don't know. It definitely has some kind of social vector. So
that it spreads, and then they took it back home.
Yeah, and so they call in the doctors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I would have hoped they did that before, but yeah, okay.
No, I think I don't know. It probably sounds like
nah,
just send the kids home. They're like, we don't want to spend the money on doctors. These kids, these girls, just go home and relax for a little while. Okay, that's my last Miss Garrett. I'm sorry. So the doctors, they look for signs of infection. They look for signs of poisoning.
Okay.
They took labs apparently.
Okay.
They look for signs of neurological illness, and they find nothing.
Wow.
No toxins identified. No signs they don't have
healthy.
other than these emotional outbursts and feelings. There's no physical anything that goes with it. So I'll skip to the punch and say that this thing lasted for 18 months and it burned itself out. Like they still do not know what the cause of it was, but eventually just kind of wound down. And the only thing that they can kind of glean from it was that social isolation would starve it of fuel, and it would slowly not take over people.
That's weird.
Yeah, and so we're okay. Some of the theories. Again, we have this
maybe they're like
mass
possessed?
Psychogenic. Yeah, I know. It's they didn't really talk about a paranormal explanation, but again, this is weird. It's like the dancing plague. Like
and it hasn't happened since, and nobody died.
It hasn't happened since, as far as I know. Nobody died.
Okay, well that's good.
But it was like very, very disruptive.
Oh, of course.
And
that would have been really disturbing for them.
So the theories, again, are as mass psychogenic illness.
Okay.
It's like mass hysteria.
Yeah.
That these group of people, they were also another group under a lot of stress. Apparently, the country had just gained its independence from Britain, like that year or a year before, and the country was in total social upheaval. So like you got these young kids, they're in school and they're under pressures of school, and then you also have all of this other social stress of change, and like I'm sure the political scene was very stressful. Everything's changing under your feet.
Yeah.
And so everybody's keyed up, and which was similar to the dancing plague one, that people were starving and there was lots of like civil wars and stuff going on. So that's one psychological explanation. The other one was that it was some kind of like poisoning of some kind, but they didn't say ergot poisoning.
Yeah.
I don't know, but there was no one came forward
But
with
nothing
any
that
kind
they
of
can identify in terms of
yeah.
poison.
So that was there was no virus, no bacterium, no toxin. It was just completely
and
bizarre.
just the kids. Yeah.
You
That's
know, so,
interesting.
yeah. Okay,
All right.
so that's that story, and our third story is about some mysterious fairy children that appeared in the town of Woolpit. That's in Suffolk, England, and this happened in the 12th century. This is like a really old story. And this one also has documentation coming from two different people. All right, so this one's about two green children
Green.
walk out of a hole in Woolpit, England.
You mean like literally green?
Their skin was green.
Oh.
And they were wearing strange clothes. And they didn't speak English.
Okay.
They spoke some kind of strange language. They're like,
But in England, not in...
yeah, it was in Woolpit, England. Which
Okay.
what do you think Woolpit was named after?
I don't know. Something with like sheep?
No.
Lambs?
What we do is we dig a pit and we catch wolves
Oh.
and then we kill them. Bob's their uncle, Woolpit, England, isn't it? No, it's like Woolpit. Oh, that must be sheep. Nope. So I guess it was slurring the words like wool. Oh, we got Woolpit. We got wolves in the pit.
So what year is this?
This is like the 12th century. I don't have
Okay.
an exact date, but this is like medieval times.
Okay.
So these children appear. I don't know if they appear from a cave or if they appear in one of the wolf pits. But these two children, it was a boy and a girl, and I'm guessing they're like 6 or 7 or something like that, or maybe
But
younger.
like human size? They're not fairies?
No,
They're, like...
they're human size,
Okay.
and they're completely green. And they have odd clothes and odd ways, and they were completely frightened. They were like absolutely scared. They spoke some language that nobody recognized. Again, they were like, I can't understand what you're saying, lad. And we're like, no. One more time then. Sorry. Must be from Liverpool then. So they were green. Their skin was green. And
it wasn't like dyed because they were in the grass.
no, they were actually green. And these children, they were taken in. The villagers tried to feed them immediately because they're all emaciated looking. And these children, so like they bring them all kinds of food, and the kids will not eat any of the food. It was like, like.
Did anyone give them some sunshine?
Sunshine. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking like maybe they're part plant.
Oh, that's a good idea. It was like, we brought them sweetmeats. We brought them eel. They just turn their snotty little noses up at it. Look at that. So that somebody has the brilliant idea. Sorry, I didn't know if you...
This is what you were practicing earlier.
Yeah, in the shower. I was practicing. Jessica's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm practicing the voices.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to go.
So they bring them all this food. They bring them like meat, and they bring them potatoes, and they don't want anything. And then somebody has a brilliant idea to bring them beans, and they're like, huh?
Oh, really?
And they're like, they go crazy for beans.
Okay.
Them Wayans is mad for beans, is. So these kids, and they don't know how to like they peel them out of the pod, and then their eyes get real big, and they were like, nom, 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 nom. And they just like
beans like
broad beans or like green beans or something. Yeah. And so like they wouldn't eat meat, they wouldn't eat anything, but then you bring them some beans, and they were like, oh yeah, that's what's up. They're like oh, got some Sunny D, some purple stuff, man. We got some beans. So anyway, they go ham on these beans, right?
Yeah.
They just like they can't get enough beans, and so they keep feeding them the beans, and they get a little more over the days. They get a little stronger and a little better looking. They're still green though. It must have come from a place where they eat nothing but beans.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's kind of sad. The little boy gets sick and he just kind of fades and dies. Yeah.
Fades.
So, well, he like, I guess the beans aren't enough to
sustain him.
Sustain his soul. Aww. And he gets sick and dies. However, the girl survives.
Okay.
And she learns English. They like teach her English. She ends up living with this knight, this like local knight, and he takes care of her.
What?
And
this is weird.
yeah, it's really weird. So the record that we have is in Latin because I guess the scholars of the day documented things in Latin, and I'll get to that in a second. So so she learns English, and the first thing they do are like, "Where did you come from?" And she's like, "Oh, excuse me, I came from St. Martin's Land." And they're like, St. Martin's Land? What the heck is that? So she says it was a Christian place. I guess that's super important. And where St. Martin was revered there, and there was churches and religious observance were part of her upbringing in this St. Martin's Land. And however, this land she describes as really weird. There is no daylight. It's just like this kind of constant low lit. They don't have like night and day. It's just like this constant low light thing. And I guess there was a sky, but it's like perpetual twilight land.
Oh.
Yeah. Interesting. Everything is greenish or dim. Like everything has a green cast to it. The sky was like illuminated very dimly, but she doesn't know by what. And then her and her brother were tending to her father's like cattle, or I don't know, like their livestock, and her and her brother heard some bells. And so she followed the bells, and it led them into a cavern, and they went into the cavern and they wandered through the darkness of this cave, and then they saw a bright light, and they came out of the cave, and then boom, they were in a wool pit.
Oh.
And they had never seen the sun before. Like she was like, what the hell? And they like were freaked out by the sun. And then shortly people found them wandering around. Like they weren't on their own for very long. And the light, she said, was frightening, and it completely overwhelmed her.
Sure.
And they tried, before they were found, they tried to go back through the cave and find their way back, and they couldn't. It's like they couldn't find their way back home.
Oh.
So weird, right?
Yes. Did they go through some kind of portal?
I don't know. Like maybe they're like little fairy kids or something.
That's so weird.
Or little green Martian alien kids. Oh, it's gonna be a little bum bum. And so, and we know this because it was written down by this guy named Ralph of Coggeshall, and then another dude. Oh, that was the scribe that was in the service of the knight, and the knight was named Richard de Calne. And so
strange.
This is where it got a little weird. His description of the girl, like she gets baptized and learns English and all this stuff, and they described her behavior. It was in Latin, and it was described as being wanton and imprudent.
What?
And I was like, wanton? Yeah, I always think that means like they're like sexually promiscuous or something. And so I was researching with ChatGPT, and I was like, what do you mean by wanton? And it said, oh, she was described as sexually forward.
What?
I was like, what?
Was she like 6?
I don't know. And I was like, that is weird. And then ChatGPT was like, oh, I'm sorry, quite right. I meant wanton as in unruly, undisciplined, mischievous, spoiled, reckless. Basically, she was a little menace. Okay. And then I was like, why would you say sexually forward? It was like, that was just a mistake on my part. And I was just like, oh, okay. I was like, good job, chat. And then I said, I'm totally writing this up in a podcast. And it was like, by all means, go ahead. Yeah. So kind of weird. So I don't think she was sexually forward. She was just like a little menace. Like she didn't do what she was told.
Sure.
But she would eat some beans, man. And
she's not from there.
The green people's ways are not of discipline and structure.
And she's still green. Like she is a green person.
So eventually, once they started feeding them different foods, like they had to slowly enter. I don't know if this is a course of weeks or months or years or what. her color changed, and she went from being green to being like regular colored, pasty white English person, I guess. So and the little boy, I think he died being green. It wasn't. It's not easy being green. Yeah, I like eating lots of beans. Okay. Anyway. This is mostly for my entertainment. All these voices.
Like, yeah, I want to be Kermit.
You can't win if you don't play. So, so anyway, so there were theories on what these kids actually were. Like, what do you think off the top of your head?
A Martian?
Could be, yeah.
I mean, I guess fairies, like in some other portal land. Yeah. I don't know, but and then I was like, well, is it like some kind of time warp?
Yeah, I was thinking they're like interdimensional children.
Something.
They came from like vegetable land or something. Vegetarian utopia. That's your people, Jessica.
Yeah.
That's where they live.
Green.
Not this land of murder and meat.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So one of the theories is that they were Flemish. Because we know how weird those Flemish people are.
Oh man, no.
Like, well, okay, they speak a weird language. The green, weird clothes.
Wait,
definitely Flemish.
Was it a theory back then?
Yes.
Or current?
Yes.
Okay.
And this has like some decent ground support for
No.
it. Yeah. So
Are they
apparently
green there?
during England in the 12th century, there was a lot of immigration from the Flemish. There were a lot of Flemish immigrants, and this was during the reign of King Stephen. And there was also a period of civil war known as the Anarchy. And
Wow.
so I don't know if these people were being trucked in for like military purposes, like if they were soldiers or so. There was lots of Flemish people in the area. And they did get caught up in violence around this area called Fornham in 1173, and it caused a lot of displacement, malnourishment. The people were traumatized, and it would make sense if these little kids got separated from their parents somehow. And I mean, they're little kids. Like, you know, if you ask them like, "Where are you from?" you might get all kinds of like,
Yeah,
"I'm
that's
from
true.
Pokemon Land."
But it doesn't make sense. I mean, it makes sense they spoke a different language, I suppose. But the whole green thing, that's weird.
Yeah,
and they won't eat.
and there were learned people that could speak Flemish, and they said they didn't recognize whatever they were speaking as Flemish.
Okay.
But this is just one of the theories proposed by one of the historians that like documented this.
Okay.
And yeah, so the strange clothing, because they were wearing like little elfkin boots and hats, like little elf hoods and curly shoes.
I do wonder. Yeah,
like,
that's why I was saying the curly shoes. But
Bells
that's
that
not.
jingle. I don't know.
It.
It doesn't describe that, but that's what I imagine that as. Little green forest creature with like, I don't know. They're wearing leaves and stuff.
Yeah.
So okay, that's one hypothesis, and that Saint Martin's Land was someplace in Finland or something, or Flemish. What's Flemish? Dutch. I don't know. Flimland. I'm sorry. I just realized I exposed my ignorance. Okay. So, and then obviously there was a fairy folklore explanation that these kids were, I mean, they're strangely colored. They came from an underground passage.
Yeah.
The world had different light.
And then how does that work? I don't know anything about fairies. So, like, how does that work? Are they like human sized?
They're
are
small,
they
mischievous.
Or are they little tiny?
I think there's a whole
beings with like wings?
diaspora of fairy folk. Like there's like little tiny ones, and then there's like human sized ones, and then there's green ones apparently. I don't know.
Yeah.
From what I've watched on YouTube, like the idea of Fairyland is not cool. It's like a horrible place.
Right.
It's like hell or something,
Right.
and that like they're all pretty much evil, and they want to like eat you or trick you or enslave you or something like that. So
Which is too bad.
yeah. So I don't know.
What is it? The underworld?
I
Or,
think of
no,
the Victorian
the
era. They romanticized Underhill. Mm-hmm. Faith Underhill.
No.
No. Oh, you're saying Fairyland is called Underhill.
Isn't
okay.
it?
I was like, did she write a song about that? I'm going to Fairyland.
Stop.
I'm eating some beans.
No.
I love me some beans.
Oh no, I opened this up. Stop.
You gotta hold up your card. Jessica made little flashcards for me to shut up.
Oh yeah, I do. I have one that says stop.
And another one that says breathe.
Yeah, I do. I do the stop talking. And then
Take your time. Oh, those are like this little Valentine's thing. Like, be mine.
Yeah, that's true. Be mine. Any other theories?
No, those are the two theories. That's it. I got two stories,
They're
and that's
Flemish
it.
or they're fairies. Okay.
I got Flemish people and folklore, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. So, what do you think?
I don't know, man. So this was in the 1200, like
Yeah, 12th century to 1100s. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always get confused about that when you say 12th century. You have to
and it's
subtract
the
one.
subtract one. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't. It sounds like I think they're little kids, right?
Yeah.
And so like little kids aren't the best historians. So maybe they did get lost in a cave. I think the Flemish thing sounds pretty viable. Like they, I mean, I don't know necessarily believe in fairyland. I mean, they couldn't fly. They didn't have magic powers.
I don't
like,
think
if
that's
you're from
the thing.
Fairyland, do something.
Do something.
Here's some magic beans. Make some shit grow.
I think that's strange. I don't know. Like if they.
Okay,
I think so.
it's,
Like logical, they are probably people, right?
Yes, and then they turned into regular people. Oh, one of them did. So,
well, and do we know what her timeline was? Did she grow up?
She ended up she was baptized and taught English, and this knight took good care of her, and then she grew up, and I think she got married and had kids and stuff. So, and then
Weird.
just became like faded into history like a regular person. But
what?
She's
No, it makes
still,
me think that
there's a
they
little
were
statue
too...
of her eating beans in the town.
Okay, so going back to if they're just children and they got lost.
Yes.
So that's probably what it was. I don't know why they're green though.
Well, I think it could have been malnourishment. There's a story. I should have followed it up with this Appalachian story where these people, they were blue people, and they had some kind of genetic thing where it made their skin blue or appear blue.
Oh.
Like they're probably lacking some kind of hematocrit or something like their
I don't know what
hemoglobin.
you're saying.
Like
Okay.
their blood probably carried
I don't
blue
know.
atoms. I don't know. Science, some science thing. But no, it's a documented thing that there's like there was a population of people in Appalachia that were blue, and they talk about. And usually when I hear this story, that it always accompanies it. But I was lazy, and I just did 3 stories. So
2 that were related, 1 not at all, and then 1 that you know of that is also related.
Yeah, I went balls to the wall for episode 10. Woo! You know, So I think that's it. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's entertaining and fun.
So we want to say if anybody watches on YouTube, it really helps us if you make a comment. You can talk about green kids or blue people or whatever you like. Just comment, like, and subscribe. That really helps us for other people to see it. Get the algorithm to push the show out to other people because we're trying to expand.
Or follow or whatever if you're using a different platform.
Yep.
And we also have a Patreon.
Yes.
So go check it out, Cozy and Strange.
And we have a real subscriber on Patreon, so it's a real thing. So go check it out. But we do have lots of extra content because every show that we do an after show rundown, reflections, and it's like a whole other show. It's like basically a second, and they usually go for like up to an hour. So it's like there's a whole backlog for every episode. There is a companion episode where it's a lot more unedited and unfiltered.
Yeah, that's true.
And I tell lots of bizarre stories that I forgot at the moment when we were recording, and lots of extra detail that I either left out because it would throw the vibe of the show in a weird direction, or stuff that I just forgot to say. Yeah. But lots of good times. And what else?
That's it.
Yep, I think that's it.
Yeah, thank you all.
Yes, we're so grateful to have made it to
10.
episode 10.
Yeah.
Only 90 more to go to get to 100. Yeah.
Yes.
That is our initial goal. We're not going to stop. Can't stop, don't want until we get to 100 at least.
Yes.
And
so thank you all. We appreciate you.
Thank you. See you on the next one. Bye.
They talk, talk.